There are a couple of ways to deactivate an item in coreSTORE, and I'll show you both of those. So when you go into inventory and you have an item that is no longer active and you want to make sure that you can't place a purchase order for that item, you can just go into the item screen, and if you scroll down, you'll see there's a field that actually you can mark an item as inactive to purchase, and that will prevent any user from purchasing this item, which usually is a good idea if this item is no longer active and your supplier perhaps no longer sells it. Now, if you have it in your inventory, you can still sell it to customers up to the point where you run out of stock. The other feature that's available is the ability to discontinue an item. And when an item is discontinued, what actually happens is when you specify a date of when to discontinue this item, you can still sell the item up to that discontinue date, or you can sell it past that discontinue date if there is stock of that item. And there's an automated process every day that goes through any of these items that need to be discontinued and checks to see if the date has actually been reached and whether or not there's stock of the item. And if there's no stock in the item on that date or after that date, it keeps checking it, it will actually mark that item as inactive. The other point to notate is if you mark an item as discontinued and choose the discontinue date, and it marks, once that discontinue date arrives and there's no stock, it will mark it as an inactive item. At the same time, your supplier may have a shipment that's in progress, or perhaps they know that you wanted this item and they ship more to you. You can still receive the item even though it's marked as inactive, just in case there's items in transit. And again, if that item, even though it's marked as inactive and it had a discontinue date, you can still sell those items as long as you have quantity on hand. Of course, if you want it completely inactive, just make sure to adjust the inventory to 0, and you can mark the item as inactive. Or you can also delete the item. Marking it inactive to purchase actually allows you to see the items without going into the deleted item list. Thanks for watching this video.